Hey everyone, what's going on? Coach Gavin here from Training for Warriors Hybrid in Newbridge, County Kildare. So this is a little video just to talk to you about what exactly you can do in a year. Now a year is a very long time and obviously we can achieve a lot in that space of time. It also goes by very, very quickly and we can also get overwhelmed because we can set a goal that's a year long and then think, that's ages away. And all of a sudden it creeps up on us then as well, and bang, before we realise it, the year we had set has been wasted or not been used sufficiently, and we've ended up with it. So why am I filming this video today for you? Well, August 4th of last year, I walked away from a business opportunity that at the time I thought was what I wanted, and I thought it was going to get me where I wanted to get to in life and to impact the lives I wanted to impact, and it didn't for one reason or another, and so be it. But I still said I'd go and follow my passion on kind of what I feel is my calling, to be a coach and to implement the kind of systems out there to help people get unstuck in their lives, be it nutritionally, training-wise, mindset-wise, personally then as well. All different areas that people they feel stuck in. People that we have all the information we need, we just can't put it into use. So August 4th last year, walked away from the plan, and again still wanted to pursue it because it was in my heart and it was in my mind and it was on it the whole time, and it's something that I took ages to think about over the years. And as well, having been a trainer for 9 years now, again the bulk of it has been spent thinking about wanting my own facility and what we could do with it. So as you'll see behind me as I walk around, and I think this is probably the best angle first, this is the bulk of our facility. And yes, that angle does mean I'm using a selfie stick. I am sad to say, but I digress. Okay, so what we've done here is this is our facility, and we've renovated a couple of times over the year. And you know, our first birthday is the end of September here, so we have another month to go. But it's incredible to think what we've done here. I've yet to sit down and look at the actual numbers, but we've had close to 100 people come through our doors. And for a private group training facility like that, that's not bad then as well, especially for one who we have completely mishandled our marketing altogether. So what I'm getting at here is that once you keep working at something and you keep trying and you don't take no for an answer, now that's different to not quitting, because I was a big fan of that whole never quit, never give up kind of, you know, phrase or motto that's out there. And then I realized that it was actually kind of shitty, because sometimes you have to give up. You have to give up pursuing something that either A, you don't really want, isn't going to be the solution, or you just need to give up pursuing it in the way you're doing it. So sometimes the goal is the issue, that you're pursuing something that actually doesn't mean jack shit to you. So you're not going to work hard enough for it, you're not going to work consistent enough through that as well, you're just not going to go and do it. And that's one thing to kind of keep in mind. Secondly, maybe the approach you're using is wrong. So the goal is what you want, but how you're trying to do it is just not working. It's just not the best way for you to go and achieve it. That's understandable as well. So there are kind of a couple of things that you should kind of be looking at and taking into consideration, that these are things that can happen that you need to give up on. So what we've done here again is we started off small and we knew it was going to be grinding. The first year was tough. But again, we've as I said, even with mismanaging the things that we've done, because you know, it's just been myself running the show here the past few months. So we you know, you do lose track of things as well. And you've probably gone through something similar. Let's say if you're trying to lose weight and you're doing it by yourself, you will achieve a level of success, which is super. But at a certain point, you will need a coach. You will need a support system around you then as well. And with having these things in place, you will go further, and the results you get will last longer. So before you can lose a stone, you have to lose a pound. And before this business can become the booming success I envision it to be, it has to go through these little bits of struggle. Now, how long the struggle goes on for is down to myself and the work level I put in and the commitment I do and the actions I take. So, much like how does this relate to you, you might be thinking, well, that's what it is for your training and your nutrition too then as well. So if you're trying to squat 100 kilos and you're not able to do that as well, the work you do will dictate how quick and how well you can improve your squat. You're trying to lose a stone, as we said a couple of seconds ago. Before you can lose that stone, you have to lose a pound, and then 2, and then 3, and work up through the system, okay? You then you might have one approach that gets you the first half a stone, the first 6 or 7 pounds come off very, very easily. And then you kind of plateau, you get stuck, you go back a few pounds, up a few pounds, backing up, you kind of yo-yo in or around it then as well. So then you maybe need a second approach. So approach 1 will get you so far, and then approach 2 will get you that little bit further in as well. So our approach here for the past year has gotten us so far, and now we're implementing a new approach that's going to kind of get us to the next step and the next level as you go along. But again, as time goes on as well, so changing your plan as time goes along, it's actually probably a good thing, because it shows then that your first plan either has worked to the extent where you've gotten the results you've wanted or required, and now you need to do something different to go further. Or secondly, it's a case of you've decided you've had enough of this kind of mediocre, average pottering around that has happened, and now you want more. And either way, both of them is a good thing. So again, I'm just shooting this video just because today was an important day for me, because I felt very empowered last year when I said enough was enough. Because last year at the age of 27, and looking back on it, and even in the moment back then, I knew, sorry, glare off the light, I knew that I was in a situation where, again, I could come across as easily played, come across as being kind of, oh, he's young, he's eager, he's foolish, he would jump into things. And I used to before, but last year I didn't, because this goal meant so much to me. And you often see people going, and you go, oh, well, you know, this is my life, this is my livelihood. This is my life, and this is my livelihood. As it is for a lot of people that go down this route of setting up a facility and sticking at it and persisting at it. I've had a lot of people tell me it's a bad idea, or that I was going to fail at it. And you might have that too, where you might have friends and family members come to you and say, Asher, what are you doing that for? Why are you trying to lose weight? Why are you trying to eat better? Why are you trying to eat healthy? Asher, you won't stick at that. That won't work. That won't last. And I don't know what's worse, whether they say it to your face or whether they say it behind your back. Probably behind your back, because if they say it to your face, you can plead, not that you can plead, you can argue your point to a little bit. But I wouldn't argue too much, because if that's their opinion, that's their opinion. But the best way to prove them wrong is the results. So we've gone on a bit of a ramble here then as well. But that's the beauty of it too, is that kind of your journey to success won't be a straight line. To excuse the irony of the line being behind me. It won't be a straight line, guys, okay? So don't panic if it's not. It's going to be like a roller coaster. You're going to go up, you're going to go down, you're going to go fast, you're going to go slow. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're being turned over on your head, and other times you're going to coast along. But at the end of the day, you're going to get from point A to point B, and that's what matters. Getting from where you are to where you want to be, and staying there until you want to move on again. And then you want to go from B to C, and you go through the whole experience as well. So a mentor of mine, Steve Krebs, he has this really, really appropriate phrase: new levels, new devils. So as you progress on in life and you move on to new experiences and you upgrade yourself and you take on these new challenges, you're going to have new issues you're going to have to face. If you're looking for a time where you don't have to struggle, you don't have anxiety, you don't have fear, you don't get scared, you don't get panicked, you don't get down, but you don't experience joy, you don't experience elation, you don't kind of wake up with that nervous excitement then as well, that time will probably never come. Because as you move on, new versions will come, bigger, harder, more challenging ones, but you're just going to have to keep knocking them down. And once you do it once, you can do it again. It's just about finding the right tools, putting them to use, finding the right support system, putting that to use, staying consistent, staying the course. And if the approach isn't working, being smart enough to say, okay, this isn't going to work. This has to change. Because sometimes taking longer to get to where you want to get to using a new approach is a hell of a lot better than staying using the same approach or the same method and ending up somewhere you completely don't want to. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. More importantly, I hope you found something here useful. We'll try to do a Cliff Notes version where we can just put in at this time, we talk about this thing then as well. If you found it useful, if you found it's maybe something that would help a friend of yours, please tag them in it, share it. And again, if you did find it useful, go back onto our YouTube channel. We've upwards of 200 videos there online. Some of them showing exercises, some of them talking about nutrition, kind of basic nutrition and semi-advanced stuff. And all again, so we try and kind of put content out there that would really kind of apply to everyone. So folks, this is me signing off. Coach Gavin here from Training for Warriors Hybrid in Newbridge, County Kildare. You're going to see a lot more of these videos. Talk to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye. See, this happens the whole time. The clicker I'm using here is not actually working.